moment and spending it with me this morning. I'm flattered to be here, so I appreciate it. Thank you. Can you hear me? We're at the bus? All right. What I'm going to do today is try to tell you a little bit about myself, about what I do, and hopefully inspire or not some of you guys. When I first met Alex and Cody, they came up to me and talked about moments and what is this topic, and I thought, great, I'm all into it, and we started talking what we based it on. And every time I get in front of people, I talk about wine, and that's what I'm comfortable with. And Cody's like, no, you're going to talk about yourself. We want to hear about you and how you got here and what are you doing. So I may get a little uncomfortable, but be nice, please. Mariano Cebrian, that's my name. English is my second language, so still a little rusty here and there. If you don't understand me, raise your hand, please. I've been in the States for about 15 years now, and proud American citizen since last February. And let's give a little bit of what's going to happen today. Basically, I'm going to tell you a few moments that define who I am and what I do, and basically pitch me into what I am hopefully going to become. Back when I was 6 years old, I started playing tennis, and in a little town called Salta, Argentina. This town is pretty much like Chattanooga, and that's why I'm here, and I love it here. That's me right there in the corner, spending countless hours in this place that I call my second home. It's a club that I grew up in basically after school every day. And I spent countless hours and moments crafting the skill and the sport of tennis, which led me into a lot of things. And first, a lot of travel. Early on, traveling really all around the world. I was very fortunate to do that at an early age. When I was 15, I traveled to Germany for a few months. Then again, the next year, and that's when I decided I like being abroad, I like learning, I like new experiences, and I want to do something that's bigger for myself, bigger for my family. So I traveled, and I played a little bit of professional tennis these years, and then I decided I would go to college with the help of tennis again and the scholarship in Georgia. I loved it. I had a great time going through it. I did my bachelor's in psychology, came back for an MBA in general business. Through it, I met the love of my life, and today my dear wife, Angelina, that couldn't be here, but she is present in this presentation, of course. And long story short, moved to Chattanooga shortly after that, following my love, and started the wine thing. Panorama Imports. I started this in 2010 with the help of a few partners that were instrumental to this. Camby and Lee Akers helped a lot to get this. Anybody get an idea of why panorama? What does that mean? Dead silence. I like it. We thought of getting together and having a panoramic view of the world and markets. We came up with the word panorama, and the compass rose encompassed that. In the works, there may be different products that in the future we import, or different things that we bring back to Argentina. And the main effort and the main goal in doing all this is truly showing you guys showing the U.S. who I am, who we are, what our culture is, how can our culture be something that you can learn from, and something that you can see and maybe bring into your life. So in my everyday job, like I was telling you earlier, I'm an importer. Basically, we bring the wines from 3 different family-owned vineyards in Argentina, and we carefully choose these wines we work with, and that they're wines that are truly crafted. They're wines that are unfiltered and unfined, and they are not the wines that most of the times you'll find on grocery stores. The whole idea and the passion behind this is showing you that you can still enjoy really unique things from all over the world, but these particular regions, particular vineyards that produce only a couple hundred cases and truly bring a story into each of these bottles. We work in Tennessee and Georgia so far, so most of my days I spend doing things like this, but mostly about wine, of course, and we work with wine shops and restaurants, of course, and I love doing it. I love meeting people like Tony right here, for example, that thank you for coming, that continue to teach me and grow in this industry. That's a lot of fun. I get to go home to Argentina to do a lot of fun things like this, and sit and talk wine and taste the new vintages and select the different wines that make it in. And believe me, it's work. It's hard work. It doesn't look like it, and people think, oh, you have a great job. Yes, I do, and I love it. But like any job, it's challenging, and it's hard work. Okay. Good timing. For this one, let's see if that works. Ah. There you go. So, this little clip that you just saw is my next and dearest fun endeavor that came out of all the wine and taking the moment and taking the time to enjoy and relax and enjoy life. I started Panorama Catering, basically doing not your everyday catering, but bringing an Argentine experience. It is a feast of meat that if you are from Argentina, you know how to grill, you know how to play soccer, and you know about wine, and grilling and doing this is one of some things that they came with me, and it just became natural to start and to do it, and people really enjoy it. Now, I would do these grilling things every weekend for friends and family, and everybody said, "Well, this is so fun. This is good stuff. You should open a restaurant." I'm like, "Oh, I'm doing a few things already. I don't have, that's just a little too much." But in our catering experience, what we preach and try to have you enjoy is that time to slow down. in the U.S. and who else over here feels that we are go, stress, and a lot of times don't feel like we have the time to stop and take a moment. Thank you. Me too. A lot of times, and that's just part of our culture, part of who we are, and not part of who I grew up being. So by doing this, I want to showcase that the finest times is those that you spend with community and with your friends and family. So we for the 10 plus years, 15 years, I guess I've been in the US, I've been trying to source different cuts of meat that are super unique, like blood sausage or sweetbreads and stuff that you probably haven't heard before. Just for myself, and now that I've found it, I'd like to share those with you. So that's the next big thing from Panorama. I do it for anywhere from 10 to 30 or even 60 people and more, and eventually maybe bringing into doing it for weddings and stuff as well. A moment to slow down. Any questions so far? More coffee. So what I was trying to convey and show and kind of get across is that for the longest time, I came to the US with a dream of becoming something, getting better, studying. I didn't know really what I was going to do. And we always go through life and things, and we do this, and we go to college, we get different degrees, we go craft, hone our art and do different things. And now I realize that you want to step back and feel what are you good at? What is it natural to you? To me, it's coming. Growing up around vineyards and having family egg me on early on to take their brands to the US. At the beginning, I thought, no, I'm gonna run a financial corporation. I'm gonna do something big that way. And I stepped back and said, no, I'm gonna do what I know, what I can, what I love, what I'm passionate about. So I started the wine thing. Now moving into the catering, once again, something I do well, something I like doing, and I can do, of course, better. But taking the moment to realize those things in life, I think it's important. And at the end of the day, we are all fortunate first for being here on a Friday morning and taking the time to do something like this, have community and do different things. We are so fortunate of doing the things we love, and coming from a third world country, a lot of even family and friends don't get to do that. So when you want to be successful at anything, or when I want to be successful at anything, I think doing something that comes natural to me is what I want to be at. And then I think moving to Chattanooga grew up or built up in me the sense of community that I didn't have before, that I love. And I am very much involved with all of these organizations in different levels. And, sharing that community, sharing the love, sharing the passion, and being involved to better ourselves and take the time to take moments. Thank you, guys.